Good morning, welcome to the Solid Sports Video Blog. I'm Troy West here with you once again. This is episode 177. Today's date is April 23rd, 2022. Thank you for joining me this morning. Early blog today. Like I said, I was able to get time off that I wasn't expecting, so I thought I was going to be doing it at night, but I'm doing it in the daytime. Hopefully won't have too many interruptions. I'm actually off work, so it's good. Appreciate you guys so much. Before I start, the channel been growing a little bit. I'm up to 70 subscribers as we speak right now. Let me check that right now again because it goes up and down, but I'm at 70 subscribers. Thank you so much. That's the highest I've ever been, so I appreciate that. Special shout out to TBQD. We hit each other up on Instagram. She's a real big supporter. Go check her channel out. She got a lot of good content there. And also Helping Hearts 888. Hopefully, I don't know if that's how she'll never say her channel name on there, but that's how it's spelled. Helping Hearts. It is 3/8, so I call it 888. She's a nice woman. She just drops a lot of gems. I like her channel as well. With her family and just things about life that that resonate with me. So that's how I started connecting with her. So there are two channels you should go check out, and all the rest of my supporters and subscribers. I really appreciate all of you. But them two has been really supportive the last week, so I definitely want to give a special shout out to them. Got a nice show today. A lot to talk about. Baseball season in full swing. Miguel Cabrera, hopefully he gets his 3,000th hit today. Got delayed because of weather, so it's a doubleheader today. I think he'll get it with 2 games. I'm going to talk a little bit about him. And then the Mets hot start to the season. New York Mets, not surprising to some people, but that deep pitcher that they have. So the Mets, best record in baseball right now. We'll talk a little bit about them. NBA playoffs. We're going to get into every series, updates on where everybody stands. So we'll look at the NBA playoffs, the big injuries this week. Devin Booker's out. Middleton went down for Milwaukee. So teams dealing with injuries. Luka's still out for Dallas, even though Dallas leading their series. So a lot of key injuries. Ben Simmons supposed to come back, even though he wasn't really injured. But so we'll get into all that as well. And then NFL news. Brady took another pay cut once again. How many times he done that in his career? That frees up $9 million on the Tampa Bay's salary cap. The NFL got Christmas football this year because it's football Sunday. Christmas is on a Sunday this year, so you will see football on Christmas. I wonder how that's gonna work with the NBA, but we'll see how that goes. And my top 5 quarterbacks currently in the NFL, I made a list of that, and we're gonna talk about the channel. A lot of good stuff coming up, so make sure you join me here. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about Miguel Cabrera first. I had the article pulled up, he's stuck on 2,999 hits. Miguel Cabrera, he'll be the first Venezuelan to hit 3,000. So that'll be interesting to see if that works or not. If he gets that, well, he's going to get it. Like I said, it's almost inevitable that he's going to get it. I think he's going to get it today, though. One of these games, one of these doubleheaders, I think he will reach the 3,000 hit mark. But also, he got over 500 home runs, so I think he's showing a short list. I think Hank Aaron and I think Albert Pujols is a part of that. It's like a list of like 4 or 5 guys. So, but I remember him when the Detroit, I guess call it the glory years, when it was him, JD Martinez, Prince Fielder, that deep lineup for the Tigers, and then he had to deal with their pitching. Even the year that the Orioles upset him, I think it was 2013, that's what I want to say. I should just check it to see. But that year they had Max Scherzer, who's, speaking of the Mets, he's on that staff. David Price, and who was the third guy? It was 3 Cy Young winners. Justin Verlander, of course, who was Mr. Tiger because he was with Detroit for most of his career. And the Orioles able to beat all 3 of them and sweep them. That was shocking. Actually, I had hope that they would make it to the World Series that year, but they gratitude. Kansas City and the Royals just medaled the O's. But yeah, Miguel Cabrera had a great career. Won the Triple Crown in 2012. So he had a very, very great career. Unfortunately, probably don't know with the World Series, but unless he get moved or something. But let's try to celebrate him and enjoy this feat that he's about to do, making it to 3,000 hits. So hopefully he does it today, but I think he will. I think if he got 2 games today, if he played both of them together, he'd get a hit eventually in one of these 2 games. So congratulations to him. I know it's going to be on television, so you probably can watch it live, see if he gets the hit or not. I want to talk about the Mets. Like I said, the Mets off to a great start, 11-4, won again last night in extra innings over the Arizona Diamondbacks. I just took a look at their lineup. Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor. They got a nice lineup to go along with that pitching. I think Jacob deGrom is still out, so it's been Max Scherzer and the rest of the staff for the Mets getting it done. But I knew it was going to be hard this year for my Braves because you got the Mets. The Phillies are not to be played with at all. Still like Washington, even though Washington sort of broke down and stripped down the team. The Marlins, of course, are the Marlins, but still, those couple teams, Philadelphia and the Mets, it's going to be hard for the Braves to deal with. So, yeah, I mean, it's just it's always good to get off to a good start, especially in baseball. So many games, because you know you're going to probably have a week where you probably lose 5 out of 7 games, or go on a little tear, a little spiral like that. So it's good to cushion yourself with some wins. So when those days come, you can withstand it, still stay alive in the playoffs. Like I said, it's an extra team this year, so and make the playoffs. I think I had the Mets making the playoffs or being a contender, so look like it's paying dividends now. So yeah, I don't think this is a fluke. I think this is who the Mets are. I think they're going to be around the whole year. And probably, like I said, they probably challenge to win this division, possibly, and even be a contender in the National League with their pitcher staff. So, but we'll see. We'll keep an eye on the Mets. But right now they have the best record. Dodgers, surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, is right there with 10 wins. I think they're the only 2 teams with multiple double-digit wins. I think everybody else are still in the single digits. I think that goes for both leagues. I think the American League, I don't think it's a 10-game team yet that I know of. At least I can think of. I don't think so. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on the Mets. They're going to be around all year long. All right, let's get into the NBA playoffs. Like, man, it's been crazy. A couple of games last night. The Bucks bounced back from their loss. They go up 2-1 against the Bulls. I think Brooklyn and Boston play again tonight, Game 3. The Suns was able to beat the Pelicans in a close one without Devin Booker, so they take a 2-1 lead. And the Hawks got a win last night. Trae Young showed up. Like I said, I knew the Hawks would easily get 1 game, but that might be it. I think they might. Miami might finish the rest of that series off. And the other series, we got. In fact, let's just pull them up. But the injuries has been big, in the playoffs so far. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. That's what I was thinking about. Sixers Raptors. I think that's over tonight. Well, today. It's 2:00 start today. Yeah, I think the Sixers about to go in and sweep the Raptors. I thought the Raptors would at least push it to 6 games, but Joel Embiid said no, and I think he's going to have another monster game today. James Harden's been still hit and miss. He's been distributing the ball though, so I give him credit for that. Tyrese Maxey been off and on too. He had one big game, but I just think they just too much for the Raptors. I think they're going to finish them off today. Mavericks Jazz, like I said, this is a big game for Utah. I think if Utah don't win this game, I think they're done. It's been impressive what Jalen Brunson has done in this series. He basically averaging almost 40 points a game. But Donovan Mitchell, like I said about the Jazz, he got to do too much. And I think, I just think the Jazz just ain't built for the postseason. I think they good regular season team, but for the postseason, it's just not going to get it done. Even though he's doing his part, he's not coming up small at all. He just don't have no help, to score the basketball when it's time to. Let me see if Luka supposed to play, because that's going to be huge. I think they said he's going to play. Let's see. Is he going to play? Is he going to play? Oh, no, they say he's not. So he's not playing again today. So Tim Hardaway Jr. is out as well. So, yeah, big injury. So I think Utah has to win this game, to even it up at 2. Grizzly Timberwolves, that's been an exciting series. Memphis up 2-1. I don't know how Minnesota blew that lead in Game 3. But I think the Grizzlies are too much for them. I just think they're a deeper team, and it showed pretty much this whole series. Even in the game they lost, it shows that it's just not Ja Morant. But the Warriors and the Nuggets, I think that series over as well. That's 3-0. I guess they'll play till tomorrow. But Jordan Poole has been unbelievable for the Warriors. They look like the old Warriors. Like Klay Thompson looks like his old self again. Steph Curry still, come back to the form. He just had an injury, so he been cut off the bench. But and it's been a debate. I guess y'all could chime in on it. Do you think he should stay on the bench since it's been working? I don't know. I think maybe for the rest of this series, but I think going forward, I think you flip it around. Maybe Poole look off the bench, but they all three probably gonna be on the court. Him, Klay, and Steph with Draymond will probably all be on the court at the same time at times. But see, the Warriors, like I said, I've been saying it all season, even in the beginning of the season. If they go into a team with a big man that can, dominate inside, the Warriors will have problems, But as far as like on the perimeter, they can shoot it with anybody. So I think the next series with Memphis, which is like that's going to be a real interesting series. And then Jared Jackson, I wonder if he can take advantage of the small Warriors or not. Even though Jokic for Denver, he's been having a monster series. But like I said, he don't have no help. Even though Jamal Murray, I think if they had Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr., I think this would be a whole different series. I think Denver would be higher than 6, by the way. Also, the thing they've been talking about this week with Jokic, like now they're saying, well, he should win MVP, even though all the buzz is that he's going to win MVP. But they're saying, he shouldn't. First of all, he shouldn't be eligible because they're only the 6th seed. But I get it. Like I said, he just won it last year, and then he had a monster year this year in the stat sheet. So I would personally, like I said, I would give it to Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think he should get it, but wouldn't be surprised if Jokic get it. But anyway, I think they about to be swept anyway. The Warriors gonna move on tomorrow when they play. I think I covered every series because we got that series, we got Suns Pelicans. I ain't talked too much about it, but Chris Paul, of course, came up huge last night for them to keep them ahead. But I think they're gonna need Devin Booker in the next. Well, with Dallas, if Dallas don't have Luka, I think they could get by Dallas too without Devin Booker. I think in the Western Conference, if you face the Warriors or Memphis, I think they need Devin Booker then. But I think they won't need him till then. I think if they get Dallas in the next round, it's like it's going to be, or Utah, they get any of those teams, I think they can beat them without Devin Booker. Now Dallas, if they have Luka, then now we're talking then. But I don't know. I don't know if they just being careful with Luka, but and they still been winning. So I guess you know, they can afford to shelf him for a little while longer. But I think if Luka's back and they play Dallas, I think Dallas can challenge him, maybe beat him, upset him without Devin Booker, because Devin Booker's out of about 3 weeks, so he'd be out probably this series and the next one for sure. You know, he might be ready for the Western Conference Finals, maybe, but we have to see about that. So yeah, I think I covered every series. We got that one. We got Jazz, Mavericks just talked about. Yeah, Warriors, Nuggets. We talked about them. And yeah, Grizzlies, T-Wolves. T-Wolves though, I like what they doing though. I think they should definitely keep building. Now, Karl Anthony Towns, to me, you got to be more aggressive. Even though I don't think it was his fault, you know, the other night, but he only took 4 shots. That's unbelievable. He should take 4 shots at all in no game. You should at least take 15 shots easy. So, but I like what Minnesota doing. They keep building around some veterans, but mixed in with the young guys. Anthony Edwards, unbelievable. I like his game as well. So the T-Wolves fans, y'all should be excited about your team in the next few years. They might be a top 4 team next year, maybe, because I think Utah, I think this is it. I think they about to start slipping. You know, over East, like I said, we talked a little bit about Bucks, Bulls. Like I said, I think the Bucks are just too much. I don't think they need Middleton, but I think going forward they're gonna need Chris Middleton back. But Drew Holiday, he stepped up huge last night in a blowout win against the Bulls. So they have 2-1. Like I said, Sixers, Raptors, 4-5. I think the Sixers about to sweep them. So it looks like it's going to be the Sixers and the Heat. That's going to be an interesting series. Atlanta was able to stay alive, like I said, to win that game last night. I knew they would get one. Trae Young was going to have one of those games. And that was enough to beat the Heat by 1 last night. So they still alive, but I think Miami probably will win the next couple of games to get rid of the Hawks. So I think it's going to wind up being Philadelphia and Miami, which is going to be a hell of a series. That should be a fun series. On the other end, Milwaukee, like I said, so it'll be Milwaukee, and that will set up who's the 2 and 7 in the East. Boston, the Brooklyn Nets, yeah. You know, they play today. I just got a feeling Brooklyn going with this game. I think Kevin Durant, he's been playing too bad the last 2 games. I think he's almost guaranteed to have a bounce back. Let's see if Kyrie can turn it on. The Nets at home, so I think it'll be a different sort of crowd, even though the crowd usually is a mixed crowd anyway. I think they get this one. But I think Boston just a little bit, like I said, a little bit deeper team. I think I think it might go 6-7 games, but I still like Boston in the series. But like I said, we'll see if Ben Simmons comes in. He's slated to come back in Game 4. And I think he had helped just because he could guard one of the either Jason Tatum, who's unbelievable, and Jaylen Brown. You could put him on one of them so Durant don't have to play. I think that's part of the problem. He had to play defense too much, and he don't have a lot of energy to score the basketball. So, but yeah, and congratulations to Marcus Smart. He won Defensive Player of the Year, speaking of the Celtics. He deserved it. He's a great player on the defensive side, but I think his offensive game came a long way. He definitely can hit open shots if he's open. So, but yeah, I think the Nets will get this one, but I think eventually Boston's going to win this series. So that'll set up Boston and Milwaukee, which will be an interesting series. Now I think they would need Chris Middleton for that series, just to have another score. But I think Giannis can dominate, just like he's going to dominate the Bulls. I think he can dominate the Celtics. That might even it out, but that should be an interesting series too once it happens. But as of right now, you know, I think I don't think the Bulls. I'd be surprised the Bulls win another game in that series. And I think, like I said, I think this series is gonna be long. Boston, Brooklyn. I think that's gonna be a long series, 6-7 games. All right, so that's it for the NBA. Let's talk a little NFL now. Tom Brady just regular dudes. I ain't gonna really talk too much about it. They do this all the time. They restructured some of his contract, so that saved Tampa Bay $9 million on the salary cap. So, but Brady do this all the time. Maybe they got somebody. It might be for Gronk. They said that's the rumor out there. Maybe it's for Gronk because Gronk ain't officially signed. Maybe they could pay Gronk to get him to come back. But it's probably some method to the madness. But Brady, you know, he can demand a lot of money, but I think this shows that he really want to win. Like he does this all the time. He did it in New England the whole time he was there. You know, he basically was never the highest paid quarterback, which he deserved to be. Even today, still, he probably deserved to be. But so we'll see. Let's keep an eye out on their moves. And then this Dolphin thing still out there. The rumors that he could have went to the Dolphins, but I don't see why they talking about it so much a year ago. Well, when he left New England, so which makes sense because Robert Flores was there. He knows Robert Flores, even though he's no longer there now. And just Miami, you know, it's a little bit, you know, more attractive than Tampa. So, excuse me. So, yeah. So that's all. I mean, it's nothing really to talk about here. But I did make a list of who I think are the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. Let me go through that real quick. Now, this is my list. I mean, I think it's debatable. I think at the bottom, but I think the top 3 to me is clear. I think from after 3, I guess you can sort of debate or argue. You can put a lot of guys, but let's just say the NFL is in good hands when it comes to quarterbacks. There's a lot of young, good quarterbacks in the league now. But here's my top 5. Number 5, Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals. I had to give him his due. He made it to the Super Bowl last year. Coming off the devastating injury, he bounced back. Was able to win the AFC North. Got all the way to the Super Bowl. I think he's a great player. He got good receivers, don't get me wrong. His college mate, Jamar Chase, had him off the year. But I think Joe Burrow, the truth. I think, like I said, as a Ravens fan, they're going to be a team to be reckoned with for years to come. So I had to put him number 5 just for that reason alone. Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills. Now, he, to me, last year kind of proved to be, you know, I always thought he was good, but I mean, I think that be in this elite class, really should have won that playoff game against Kansas City. He he basically showed up. I like he's versatile. He could they run plays for him. He can throw the ball. He's got more accurate. And I think, you know, compared to the other guys, I think the other guys are kind of young too. The other guys probably thinking of. I mean, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit once I finish the list, but I think he deserves to be number 4 right now. And the Bills will be a team to be reckoned with next year. They made some moves in the offseason, so we'll see if it paid dividends for them to finally break through and get back to the Super Bowl since the 90s. So we'll see. But Josh Allen, number 4. Number 3, Aaron Rodgers. It's Aaron Rodgers. Like, I mean, not more to say. Not no more need to be said. But the only gripe with him is his playoffs play the last few years. But other than that, you know, you can't deny his talent and what he does on the field. But and there's gonna be a lot of pressure on him this year to win, to get at least to. I think he need to get to the Super Bowl, honestly. Number 2, Tom Brady. I mean, about to be 45 years old, decided to come back, which I wasn't surprised. Like I said, I wasn't surprised he was gonna come back. The man, all he do is play football, and still be doing it at his age. It's just unbelievable. I don't care how good the team is around him. I don't care, because that's what some people say is his excuse. Which Tampa Bay do have good receivers, you know, a good offensive line. Every quarterback needs that stuff, so I don't want to hear that. Like I said, once he won his 4th one, I was already like, he's the GOAT, you know. Tom Brady's number 2. And number 1, Patrick Mahomes. Even though Pat Mahomes last year, you know, he was still Pat Mahomes, but, you know, he sort of slipped a little bit, especially in the regular season playoffs. He showed up, but, you know, they couldn't get by the Bengals. That second half was bad. I don't know what happened in the second half, but they couldn't do anything in the second half on offense. And of course, he got good players around him. Now, losing Tyreek Hill, that's going to be interesting. Some people said this might, I think somebody from the Chargers said, I think it was Keenan Allen, said it's going to expose the Chiefs without Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is a monster, and he get open, like when you need him to get open because of speed. But I think we're still Kelsey there, and we'll see what they do in the draft. And I think Mahomes is talented enough. I think he'd be fine. Of course, it's going to be an adjustment, but we'll see. But it's going to be interesting. But I still put him number one just because he's been consistent the last few years, and his talent as well. So Patrick Mahomes number one. So recap: Joe Burrow number 5, Josh Allen number 4, Aaron Rodgers number 3, Tom Brady number 2, and Patrick Mahomes is number 1. And I will post this on my Instagram, my list, and see what people think. See what you would debate. But there's a lot of people that you can put on this list. Russell Wilson still deserves some credit. I see how he do in Denver this year. Joe Herbert, just to stay in that division, like that whole division. Derek Carr had a big year last year. A lot of people still say this Deshaun Watson. Only why I thought about Deshaun Watson, but since he ain't played in the year, just out of respect for that, I didn't put him on the list. Hopefully all this legal trouble gets settled. But Cleveland, yeah, man, we're in a tough division. Lamar Jackson, not to be biased because I'm a Ravens fan, but he deserves, maybe people probably think about him, get him on the list. There's a lot of good quarterbacks in the league today. Let's see, who else right was considered. But those just to name a few though. But yeah, but we'll see how things turn out this season. But like I said, my 5 I just feel real strongly about. Like I said, Joe Burrow, I had to put him on the list over Herbert and everybody else just because of his playoff success. Just simply because of that. So we'll see. But like there's a lot of young guys coming up. Like I said, Herberts and everybody else. So, but this is my top 5, like I said. So. But I'd like to hear your thoughts. I'm going to put it on the Instagram so y'all can debate and see what y'all think. Okay, I think we're pretty much finished here. Nothing else. That was pretty much my show for the day. Final thoughts. The channel, like I said, the channel been growing. I appreciate everybody who's been supporting the channel. Like I said, my subscriber count been going up. My views are up. I saw something on my studio that said I had 10,000 views, but I did it like 2 weeks ago or something. So I guess that's an accomplishment. I mean, I guess it is. I appreciate it, having that many views. But I have a lot of content as well. The God of War been doing real well. Like I got one video that's about to be over 100 views. I'm gonna finish that today. No, probably not today. Maybe later. I might do a God of War video. But I'm definitely going to do MLB The Show 22 video later on today after I take a nap. Get up and put one of those up. What else I'm doing right now? Yeah, I said the God of War, MLB The Show, the Crash Team Racing, that did real well as well. The adventure mode with Gary. Actually, we had the part where you got to race nitrous oxide, which is the main boss, basically the last race. So that'll be going up soon. And there's some games coming out, some interesting games coming out sooner than later. I've been seeing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. That's a game I'm interested in. They're going to remake the first 3 Sonic games. I think it's going to be called Sonic Origins or something like that. That comes out in the summer as well. So there's a lot of games coming out. There's 2 games I'm definitely interested in for sure. So look out for that stuff later on this year. Like I said, I still got a PS4. I'm not worried about PS5 at this moment, even though they're hard to get anyway. But yeah, so yeah, just keep your eyes open for all the content on the channel. Like I said, I appreciate you guys so much for making the channel grow. Like I said, TBQD and Helping Hearts 888, they've been strong supporters, you know, so I appreciate them. And I think that's it. I don't think I have nothing else to really add. I appreciate you guys for stopping by here. I was able to get an early one in so I could take a nice nap and get up and then do a little MLB The Show. And then I got to go back to work after that. And I see what's going on tonight. I might post something tonight, but I'm going to put something on the Instagram though. Remind everybody that the video's up. So thank you guys so much. Y'all enjoy your weekend. Thank you guys. Like I said, it's been like I've been keep saying, I've been mentioning, it's been a rough month or so, you know. Like I said, I get more into details when I feel comfortable. I kind of did touch on it here and there, but I'm gonna really like get everything out when I get a chance. But you know, it's a sensitive situation. I just thank you guys for being supportive. To all my subscribers, not just TBQD and just Helping Hearts. Everybody who's been supporting the channel. You know, my man Fat Man, my brother. I mean, everybody. So thank you so much. I'll go ahead and get out of here. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like I said, tell me who y'all think y'all top 5 quarterbacks is. Tell me what y'all think about the NBA playoffs. I like the interaction, trust me. So put stuff in the description box, or like I said, hit my Instagram, it'll be in the description. Hit me up on Instagram, I'll talk to you on there. And thank you guys for joining me. I'm Troy West. You just watched another presentation of the Silent Sports Video Blog, episode 177. And I'll see you guys next week, because ain't nothing going on, so I'll be back next Saturday to do another blog. You know, watch my shorts throughout the week. I do shorts throughout the week too, little mini videos when I get my quick thoughts on a sports topic or something like that. So thank you so much for joining me here, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much.